welcome to Unity Renaissance. Today is Consecration Sunday, and I hope to enjoy that with you.
Perfect.
Sacred Service team positions are now available by scanning the QR code. The Connection crew are currently looking for new members. Be sure to see A Vigil of Remembrance, The Reckoning and Grace of Surrender, featuring area artist Una Toybin, November and December in the Sanctuary. All art is available for purchase, and 30% of it is donated back to Unity Renaissance. On November 15th from 12 to 3, the students and volunteers of the MySpace My Pace will present Super Soul Saturday, which include a whole bunch of interactive and engaging activities from art stations, demonstrations, information stations, and a whole lot more. There will be soups and 28th, Uni Renaissance is going to be hosting their Angel Tree. Be sure to pick up a tag or two, and be sure to buy a gift for a child in need. Awakenings, ecstatic dance, world music, and freeform movement for celebration, exercise, healing, and communion on November 14th, December 5th, January 9th, January 23rd, and beyond. Their doors will open at 6:30 and circle at 7, with love offering with Lisa Carbone. Unity Renaissance will be hosting their community forum on November 16th. The outreach team are collecting new stuffed animals. Be sure to place them in the chair to be loved and blessed, and this will be running from November 16th through December 7th. The outreach team is collecting non-perishable food items to benefit Agape Food Ministries Food Pantry. This will be running from November 16th until December 7th, and the collection box will be in the narthex. And now, enjoy the service.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Happy Consecration Sunday. Oh, yeah.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, before me. Gratitude behind me, behind gratitude to the left of me, to the left. Gratitude to the right of me, to the right.
turn and greet our neighbor that we didn't come here with. And please recite to them the divinity salute. The divine in me greets the divine in you, and we serve and celebrate together for the glory of God.
Gratitude
Before me,
behind me,
behind me,
to the left of me,
to the left of me,
to the right of me,
to the right of me,
gratitude
above me,
gratitude
below me,
gratitude
within me,
gratitude
all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
Feel that? Feel that. We take a breath in and we feel the gratitude wash over us, that it infuses our entire being. And as we do that, and we've done it already in a couple different ways, but I'm going to invite you to consciously take a look at your brothers and sisters, your members and congregants of this beautiful community. This is our family. Welcome home. And just look around, give a wave, a wink, or a nod to connect in some way right now as we co-create together this sacred experience that we're calling Consecration Sunday. And so I say thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be here. Thank you so much for bringing your energy, your consciousness, your holiness to this space and place as you do week in and week out. But we're doing it really consciously today. And so I just say welcome to everyone who is here. I'm so very grateful that you are indeed here. Say, I am here, I am here, I am here. I am here. Yes. And so we say welcome to everyone who is joining us online. Thank you so much for your energetic, that spirit is non-local, and that you too are assisting in creating this holy and sacred experience. My name is Reverend Renee, and it is an honor and privilege. I am so grateful to be the spiritual leader of this beloved community, the beloved community that I experience as home now, and that I view each of you as my family, and how grateful I am for that. And so thank you for being here. I want us to also recognize and remember that we have a whole group of young people in our youth wing, and some of them are actually on a retreat this week, and some of them went on a retreat last week. And so this week, we want to acknowledge our uniteens who are having a great time on their retreat this weekend. And we want to acknowledge our Valerie and Jack for accompanying the children. And so we include the children right now in our blessing, and throughout the service, we know that their energy is with us as well. And so welcome to Unity Renaissance Spiritual Life Center. We are a community who is dedicated to being the living, breathing embodiment of love and expression. So if we must say that we're a church, if we must say that we are a religion, we are a religion of love, and that we are about oneness, and about unity. And we do practice the teachings as given to us from our co-founders, the Fillmores, Charles and Myrtle, and through the unity movement. And so we're so very grateful to be a part of it. And what that is it's a positive, practical, progressive approach to spirituality and to Christianity, and that we follow the teachings of our teacher and way shower, Jesus, who demonstrated for us actually in a few moments when we speak our vision and our mission through his teachings and through the teachings of awakened beings like Jesus. We learn how to fulfill our vision and mission in our community here. And we do that by continuously offering ourselves to Spirit, our thoughts, our beliefs, our words, and then our actions, so that we become integrous and impeccable with our word, and that we begin to, in this experience, return to our divine identity as Christed beings. And so that is what our teacher Jesus did. As the human gave way to the divine, he became the Christ. And it's incumbent upon us, and the invitation is for us to do the same. And so how grateful I am to be in a movement and a teaching that places God within us and all around us. So welcome to Consecration Sunday. Look to a neighbor and say, welcome to Consecration Sunday. Say, I'm so very glad that you came here today. You could even say, have you ever been to Consecration Sunday before? And I'm thinking the answer is no, because this is our very first time doing this. And so we acknowledge the team that came together to create this experience today, and we'll acknowledge them next week. But we are being led by a guest minister, and many of you are so familiar with her because she started here a couple years ago, right? And so I want to acknowledge Reverend Jenny Roll. And in fact, please stand, Jenny, Reverend Jenny, and let us acknowledge you. Yes. So for those of you who may not know, or perhaps never knew this about Jenny, her journey did begin towards ministry as a licensed Unity teacher serving at Unity Renaissance Church. Where is that? Right here in Chesapeake, Virginia, from 2001 to 2005. During her 2 years of ministerial school, Jenny taught SEE classes by phone to students all around the country. She was ordained as a minister in 2007. Upon her ordination, Reverend Jenny was invited to assist at Unity Church of Hawaii for 1 year. Poor Jenny. Upon her return to the mainland, she worked with both Reverend Joyce Kramer at Unity Church of Tidewater in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and Reverend Jan Sloan in Unity Fellowship Church in Williamsburg, Virginia, prior to applying for the senior minister position at Unity Fellowship Church. She served this church community for 5 years. Along with our Reverend Ann DeMichael, she is currently part of Light and Love Ministry, founded by Leilani Bird as a prayer chaplain trained the trainer. Reverend Jenny has a passion and love for our precious unity. And what I have come to know about Reverend Jenny, she gave me permission to ad-lib a little bit, but what I guess I am learning and discovering about her is her energy, her zeal, her enthusiasm for this teaching, and her brightness and brilliance, but a lot of laughter and levity. And so it's just a joy to get to know you, Reverend Jenny, and thank you for being our minister today. So, if you have the unique distinction of visiting our community for the very first time today. Today is actually a unique Sunday celebration. And so I say welcome to you. And what you are going to hear and learn about our community, you are invited to join us today. And so we will be having a luncheon, and please join us as our guest this day. But if there is anybody here visiting for the first, second, or third time, I invite you to please raise your hand with the number 1, 2, or 3 to signify the number of your visits. And keep your hand raised, and an usher will bring a gift bag. In there is a card. Please fill it out and bring it to the connection corner right outside the door to the right, and a member of the connection crew is waving their hand right now. There, everybody look, she's waving her hand right now and would love to meet you to chat and have coffee and snacks and perhaps have lunch together. So I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to invite us to stand, if we will, as we speak our vision and our mission together. So let's pause and take a breath. Pause and receive the breath that is already given. And let us speak this together, our vision. A spiritually awakened world living in peace, love, and joy. And now our mission. We transform lives that transform the world. Take a breath. And now allow the seat to capture your body, loving you perfectly as you sit back down. And I invite at this time Reverend Ann DeMichael to join us. Reverend Ann is our associate minister here. Did you know that? You look surprised. and so anyway, Anne is here, and she also leads our prayer chaplain and pastoral care program. And we just finished a prayer class yesterday, and we did one last year around this time. So if you attended the Everybody Prays class and you have even just a little interest in becoming a prayer chaplain, what's going to happen?
You'll become a prayer chaplain.
Reverend Ann is hosting a training next month.
We're doing a training. This is our annual training in December. It's Thursday, December 11th from 7 to 9, and also that following Saturday from about 10 to 5. So do some prayer work around that. See if you are being called to find out more information. And if you are, I would love to have a most wonderful conversation with you about that. Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And so at this time, I'd like to invite all of our prayer chaplains who are here today to please stand and know that these individuals every Sunday host a meditation right across the hall in our chapel, and that they are also available for one-on-one prayer after the service. And so we are a praying community, and at this time, as the title of my class yesterday suggests, everybody prays. And so the invitation right now is that we all drop into the heart space. We may choose to allow the body, eyes to close, if that's comfortable. And we simply are symbolizing our turning away from the world of appearances, the world of effect. And we're turning within to spirit, to cause, to the benevolent presence that is the source, the substance, and the supply of all things, creator of all that is, seen, unseen, in between, and beyond. That substance is of love. It is peace. It is wholeness. Nothing is lacking in God consciousness and love consciousness. It is as vast as the ocean itself, its depth everywhere. And in each of us, this power and this presence, this love, this light abides as our source and substance. How grateful I am to imagine and know that each of us is as a wave to the ocean itself, extending and expressing, supported, inspired, and loved by the depth and the power of the vastness of God consciousness. How grateful I am to remember that this community is a divine idea in the mind of God, like a wave, and it is expressing perfectly, powerfully, beautifully, and that each one of us is a part of that as well. And so in this holy instant, I just allow a pausing to consecrate this time. I identify the thought and word as holy and creative. And that as we join in a unified field of consciousness as Unity, Renaissance, Spiritual Life Center, something wonderful and magnificent is happening. I bless this day. I call it good and very good. I know that something wonderful is happening. I call forth a shift in consciousness, a spiritual awakening, and I see now each of us in this community living in peace, love, and joy, extending that and transforming lives. This day is blessed. We are blessed and a blessing. I say thank you, Mother, Father, God, Infinite Spirit, that this is already so, that this is a celebration. This word to come forth and bless us all. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Amen.
The daily word reading for today is from September 25th, 1939. Wow. Our word for today is consecration. And the affirmation is, and will you join me, please? I consecrate myself this day to God. And now the reading. I now dismiss from mind all thought of yesterday and concentrate my whole attention on God and the service I render today in God's name. I consecrate my mind to God. I express God's wisdom in all I do. I think thoughts of peace, joy, love, and life. I consecrate my eyes to God. I see only the good in myself and my fellow human beings. I consecrate my ears to God. I am receptive only to words of praise and truth, justice and order, life and strength, prosperity and success. I know that only the good is true and enduring. I consecrate my lips to God. I speak only truth. I consecrate my hands to God. Divine intelligence directs my fingers, and I do my work speedily and perfectly. I consecrate my heart to God. Love radiates through me moment by moment. Through realizing my oneness with God, I express that which is highest and best in me and call forth the best in others. I consecrate myself wholly to God, and I am uplifted, inspired, and blessed in my life and my affairs. Our scripture verse is from 1 Chronicles, chapter 29, verse 5. Who then will offer willingly, consecrating themselves today to God? And now please rise and join us for the Lord's Psalm.
Holy Creator, we praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power, and praise with you began and with you stays. Amen. Amen. Please be seated.
And so, what we're going to do now, on the heels of the Lord's Prayer, is that we're going to accept and receive our love offering. I know this is a little different order than what we're accustomed to, but I think it's really good to explore and change things up a little bit. And so, what better day to do that than today? And so, the invitation is to give forth from a love consciousness, from the overflow of spirit that is within us, and that as we give, we so absolutely receive, and it collapses into a oneness in support of this community, in support of its vision and its mission, in all the ways we serve in the world. And so, thank you for your gift and your offering. There are multiple ways to give. There is a basket in the back. You can use the Tithely app and text to give as the slide indicates. Thank you. And as the and please bless the gift and the offering as the basket passes. And so together, we rub our hands together and we extend it in the direction of this gift and of this offering, that we bless the gift and the giver with this following blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Give and it's given back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Back in good measure, it's given back to you. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes comes living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We are the
I
place
am the place
where God shows up. Yeah, I am the place.
where God
You are the place.
and breathes and has
We are the place
the place
where God shows up. I am the place.
I am the place where God
You are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We are the
I
place
am the place
where God shows up. I am the
I
place.
am the place where God
You are the place.
moves and breathes and has
We are the
I am the
place
place where
God shows up.
What a message, right? You wonder sometimes, why, what does unity tell us that's different than everything else? Unity tells us we are the expression of God in the world. How do we show up? If there's going to be love, who brings it? If there's going to be joy, who brings it? If it's going to be peace, who brings it? If it's going to be kind words, who brings it? Us. Where have you ever heard that message before? Except somewhere in the unity messages and things that it teaches. I love it. Okay, so this is what we're going to start with today. I do. I get all excited. Anyway, okay. So this is what we're going to start with today. Okay, this is I am the place going the wrong way. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Now, you're saying, what is she doing? And I was just wondering, how many of you in the picture see like an older lady? An old lady. Okay? How many people see a young lady? All right? How many people with just a little tiny view from like your eyes go just a little bit different, you can switch back and forth? Oh man, this is a great group. And the reason I have this here is because I feel that as we grow spiritually, we need to change from one way of seeing and living in the world to another way of seeing and living in the world. Would you agree? Right? The world would say certain things like there is lack, limitation, you can't, you don't, you won't, you must not, blah, blah, blah. That's one vision of how we can live in the world. Listen to the news, it'll tell you exactly how you should be living in the world, right? Or do we look at the truth principles that unity teaches and recognize that if I can change the way I think, and I can affirm, we do affirmations a lot in unity, start planting new seeds in my mind about how things can be different and more wonderful. It just takes that little tiny shift of vision to go from what the world is telling you everything is all about to what Spirit would say, wait a minute, that's not true. That's not true. Do you agree? All right, then we're all on the right page for a few minutes. Anyway, now, but really, just whenever you're talking to yourself, do you guys talk to yourself? Okay, whenever you talk to yourself, when you find yourself going down the ditch of negativity and the well of I can't, I won't, I shouldn't, and all of that, just think of this picture and shift your focus just a little bit to, oh no, I am the place where God shows up. Everything that is a part of anything that you would describe about God, right? Life and joy and peace and harmony and abundance. I mean, look at the trees and the leaves and the water and all these beautiful things that are there for us to enjoy and recognize that we are one with all of that. Right? It's a beautiful thing. All right? So the next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at 2 Kings 4, 1 through 7. Now, you probably say, I wish this wasn't. I'm going to move this down a little bit because I feel like I'm not doing it right. And it's too much. Maybe right there. Does that work better? Use the mic. Is that better? Da 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 da. Okay, so Oh, from this? Oh, from this. Okay. Da 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 da. Work, then thank you. We will go to something else. Now, the other thing about the picture that we just saw is sometimes we hear a story or something and you go, oh, I already know that story, Jenny. Why are you doing that to me? Why are you presenting that one, right? And I am going to do the handheld mic because it's a little annoying. Okay, so once again, with that picture of the vision, when I read the story of 2 Kings, you've already heard it before, but I want you to hear it just a little bit different, okay? This is about Elijah and the widow oil. Now, the wife of a member of a company of prophets cried to Elijah, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that your servant feared the Lord." And fear does not mean afraid of, necessarily. It means in awe of, okay? "But a creditor has come to take my 2 children as slaves." And Elijah said to her, "Well, what should I do for you? Tell me, what do you have in your house?" And she answered, "Your servant has nothing in the house except a jar of oil." He said, "Go outside, borrow vessels from your neighbors, make them empty, and not just a few, Then go in, shut your door behind you and your children, and start pouring into these vessels. When each is full, set it aside." So she left him and shut the door behind her and her children. And they kept bringing vessels to her, and she kept pouring. And when the vessels were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another vessel." But he said to her, "There are no more." And then the oil stopped flowing. She came and told the man of God, and he said, "Go sell the oil, pay your debts, and you and your children can live on the rest." What does that story say to you? One of the beautiful things about unity is we take a story and we metaphysicalize it. In other words, we make it our own. So what does that story say to you? Anybody? Okay? Yes, God provides. Yes. Anybody else? There's never not enough, right? Anybody? Yes. Lack is an illusion. Yes. Anybody else? Trust. Yes. And isn't that what the story is about? One other word came to me. Can you think of one other word to describe this scenario? Faith. Yes. She had absolute faith. Because can you imagine if somebody told you, okay, this is what you need to do. Go around your neighbors, get a bunch of buckets, and then put them down, and then see what happens. You probably wouldn't do it. You'd be going, oh, that's a lot of baloney, right? But she had faith. She went and did it. And that one container of oil that she had filled another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. That idea of faith is so, so beautiful. And again, this following in faith. Faith, defined in unity, is the ability to look past appearances of lack, limitation, or difficulty, even before we see any evidence of it, except in our mind. Now that's powerful, because once again, the world will say, you really don't have enough. And yet, knowing our oneness with the Spirit of God, knowing that we are that expression of God, we can tap into abundance that is unimaginable. But see, we think, no, that's for somebody else that would happen to. It would never happen to me. So this idea of changing our understanding of abundance, how it flows to us and through us, through what we think, what we say, and how we do things. Right? Am I living in a consciousness of prosperity and that all is coming to me in an amazing way, and I don't even have to really go out and do a whole lot, because I just need to continue to visualize and see myself receiving abundance from the abundant universe. Right? So this is what Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said. All that is required is perseverance in our use of faith until we make connection with the higher realms of consciousness. And I spelled realms wrong. That's Charles Fillmore. Okay, so, and that's true. Perseverance in our use of faith. Because sometimes we'll try something one time, and then we'll go, oh, well, that didn't work, so I'm not going to do that again. It's persistence. It's continually reminding yourself of the abundant world that we live in. And it can come from any source. As it says in many books, I know you all have taken a lot of classes in abundance and prosperity and all. It's not like your job is it, or your 401k is it, or your inheritance from your family is it. This abundance can come from anywhere. So we'll say one affirmation while we're here. So let us read this together. I am prepared for an unlimited increase of good now. One more time. I am prepared for an unlimited increase of good now. Are you? Yes. All right. Moving right along. Okay, next story is going to be Matthew 14 through 21. It's funny how these Bible verses came to me, because it's like they got in my head and I couldn't stop thinking about them. So here we are. Jesus has just come on shore. He'd been out and about, and he saw a great crowd. And he had compassion for them and cured their sick. But when it was the evening, I love this, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now late. We got to send this crowd away so that they can go to the village and buy food for themselves." Jesus said to them, "They need not go away. You give them something to eat." And they replied, "We have nothing but 5 loaves and 2 fish." And he said, "Bring them here to me." He ordered the crowd to sit down on the grass. And taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, blessed and broke the loaves, and filled. Broke the loaves and gave to the disciples. Disciples gave them to the crowds. All ate and were filled, and they took up what was left over. There was 12 baskets, and those who ate were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. I ask you again, how would you interpret that story? More than enough. Yes, thank you. Anybody else? Yes, absolutely. Anything else? Faith again. Oh my gosh, faith. Hey, that's 2 faiths. Okay. Anybody else? How would that appeal to you when somebody asks you to do something and you look and you go, well, this is all I got? Trust, yes. Yes, everybody would contribute, and all of a sudden somebody else has a loaf of bread, and somebody else has a little something, maybe a candy bar. So it's kind of that same idea. I may not think I have enough, and then what happened? When Jesus took it and blessed it and started distributing it, there was way, way more than enough. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever had a situation where you felt like all of a sudden I don't have as much as I need, and then something happens just almost magically? You walk into a store and the person behind you says, "I want to pay for that person's groceries in front of me," and all of a sudden somebody does that? Or some kind of a blessing that you get? Isn't that, if we all had time, we could sit and tell our stories, because it's happened to all of us. So we don't want to forget that when we're out in the world and all of a sudden we feel there's a sense of lack. Charles Fillmore says it this way: faith is the highest expression of belief or confidence. It is that something in many which says, "I believe in the possibilities of things that I cannot see." That's pretty good. Thank you, Charles. Right? But sometimes it's hard to get into this type of consciousness, because once again, our world just doesn't seem to support it. But this is truth, and this truth will set us free. Absolutely. And one more affirmation we can say together: I live in an abundant world, and I claim my good. Let's say it again. I live in an abundant world, and I claim my good. So in those couple of stories, let me see what the next slide is. Okay. In the couple of stories, we talked about the idea of faith and getting into a giving consciousness, like Jesus did with the food, and bless what we give. But one of the things we have to remember is we have to be open and receptive to receive. It's real easy to forget that part, because we feel like, this happens with my kids, and I get frustrated, is the idea of, I go, "Well, let me help you with that." "Oh, no, Mom, I can do it." Why wouldn't they let me do it for them? Why wouldn't they let me bless them in some way? And then when we give, we need to give with a joyful heart. As we said before, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, running over. We give with a joyful heart, because guess what? We know that our supply is not what's in our wallet or in our checkbook, right? Because we know that there's this God flowing through all of this that will supply us with everything we need, even before we ask. That's a whole nother talk. Uh, so today, as we lift our consciousness up in this idea of giving in faith to this beautiful community, I ask you to think about the things that we've talked about. I invite you to think about, what have you gotten since you have come to Unity Renaissance Spiritual Life Center? How has this place blessed you? Anybody? Community? Yes. What else? Acceptance? Yes. Yes. What was that one? Joy? Yes. Love? Yes. Guidance? Yes. Oh, you guys are really good. So, but all of these things you are receiving every time you walk through those doors. And just like for me, when I came through those doors back in 2000, and it put me on a trajectory I couldn't even have imagined at the time, right? And here I am with all of you, and I see so many faces of those that I journeyed with back in 2000, and I feel so blessed. So as we find this place, it offers a safe haven to grow and expand and gives comfort during a time when the world can be pressing in on you, right? You can come here, you can get a hug, you can have a prayer said, and it feels wonderful. And there's only 5 Unity churches between here and Richmond. This place is such a beautiful center for people to come and learn these truth principles that'll set them free, or interpret the Bible in a way that really says something to your heart, not somebody else's interpretation of it. So today we are being invited to step up the sharing of your treasure with your spiritual home. What will your inner spirit, God, the Christ, be calling you to share with this beautiful spiritual community? Let us just take time and just get still. Take a breath, if you like. Close your eyes if that works for you. And center yourself in this energy of life. Feel it coming up through your feet from the floor and Mother Earth, and also coming down from the heavens through you. That you are being invited today to do something so beautiful and so precious, so that this place continues to be here to feed others for many, many, many years in the future. What will you be called to give? What will you be called to do? How will you be called to serve? So we just take this in the silence and just rest for just a few moments, and then we'll talk about whatever the other things that are coming up for us this morning. But for now, breathe in the beautiful space that you are in. Breathe in that feeling of oneness with that infinite power and presence that we call God or Spirit or Lord, whatever you want to call it. Breathe in joy. Breathe in love. Breathe in harmony. Breathe in peace. And we sit in the quiet, in the quiet, in the quiet. And take another breath. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. we'll have another little time of meditation also. So just to kind of feel the beautiful presence and power of God in this room because of all of you. You're it. You're the ones we've been waiting for. Yeah. Is everybody back? Are we going to have a song? No? Okay, that's okay. Then we're going to move right along. I love the music. I love the singing. I love all of the music you all play. It adds so much, so much. All right, so we are on Consecration Sunday, and I made up a definition for consecration. I said consecration is when we turn ourselves over to the new way of thinking that aligns us with the God mind or our Christ consciousness. I thought, because that's kind of what we're doing. We're consecrating ourselves to the knowing that we are the expression of God in the world, right? So if you are a guest here today and you've joined us on this special day, you know, we invite you to join us for the lunch afterwards. And it's a catered lunch. It's going to be real good. And each household will now be, in a minute, be given a card called the Estimate of Giving card. And there's no pressure to fill out this card. It's just, what is Spirit? What is God asking you to commit to giving to Unity Renaissance Spiritual Life Center? And I ask you to give based on what you are getting from being here in this precious place, right? But if you're here as a visitor, then please stay a little while during the meditation. And then when people start moving out, then we invite you to move out with those that have committed on their card, filled their card out, and then came up, put it in the box up here, bless it, and say amen. But once again, there's no pressure to fill this out. What is your heart asking you to do? What does that Spirit of God ask you to do? After you've filled out the card, like I said, bring it up here, put it face down in the box, and you're welcome to go to lunch. And there's somebody will be out in the hall kind of directing you to where you need to go. And then also, if you have a question about the card and you're not quite understanding what you're called to do, there will be someone out in the narthex that can answer any questions that you might have about the Estimate of Giving card. So they're handing them out now. All right. And then we'll read through the card together so everybody will kind of understand where we are with that. I'm getting excited. This is good. And don't forget that this is really a sacred ceremony, you know, because you're coming up here to bless Unity Renaissance Spiritual Life Center. You're coming up here to bless one another, right? Because as you give, it's given back to you. When you give, it's given back. Heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Yeah. We're going to have a little background music as you're filling things out. And just take a moment. You don't have to like get it and fill it out right away. Just start to allow yourself to become one with the idea of prosperity and consciousness of abundance. And how is your heart directing you and guiding you to share with Unity Renaissance Spiritual Center? I know you love being here. I know the ones of you that have been coming here for 20, 25, 30 years. Yeah. So as we look at our card, everybody got one now, just about? The card begins by saying, take one step up for Christ consciousness and God's vision for Unity Renaissance. In alignment with the divine presence within, that I am, and in the activity of love, may this represent a concrete expression of my faith in and commitment to Christ consciousness and Unity Renaissance. I plan to. You may select number 1, step up beyond tithing. My heart desire is to give greater than 1/10 of my income to Unity Renaissance. Step number 2 is I'm going to tithe. My heart's desire is to give 1/10 of my income to Unity Renaissance. Number 3, step up toward tithing. You know, I'm not yet a tither, but I'll move up toward that goal. Remember, you can't outgive God. And then I'm going to maintain my current level of giving, and that is just beautiful. And then underneath that, it says, my commitment is so much per week. Now, if you give on a monthly basis, just put per month, write it in. If you give annually, just write it in. And then we'll figure it out as to breaking it down to a weekly idea. Does everybody have a card? Anybody not? All right, I think we're good. And then there's information there to put your name and address and all those things that will help us keep our records straight, of course, because at the end of the year, I know we send out information to each one of you. And then this is a commitment that can be revised or canceled at any time at my request. So this estimate of giving card, it's really, what is Spirit asking you to do today? To give, to bless. What is it? So we take a moment. Oh, this is one more thing I want to say. You know that the law is if I give, I receive. I'm going to guarantee you, with your commitment today, I'm getting chills on this. So, I know it's true. That would you please be aware of the blessings that start coming your way that you may totally overlook because you're busy doing your daily, everyday stuff. But begin to be aware of things that start to happen for you. I'm telling you, it's the way the law works, right? Do it. And then I would say, write it down and just see what happens over the next month, the next 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, and see how many things have come to you just because that you've opened up the funnel for all this good to come because you're giving. You're blessing. So let's take a moment and take a breath. I know we've talked about this several weeks, but just take a breath and close your eyes. And as I said, once you fill it out, you can just come on up, put it face down in the box, and go over to the luncheon. I want to tell you how much I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And boy, do I see the light of God shining in this room because of all of you. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And so we turn within into the silence and rest, allowing that Spirit to speak to you, your inner guidance, your inner self. What shall I give? What am I being guided to share in the quiet? in the quiet, in the quiet.